Good morning, everyone, and it's Thanksgiving Day here in Toronto, and I'm having a lovely quiet day. I went to church this morning, and I have my candle. I have one here by my desk, and then I have some on my table and in my bedroom, as well as by my St. Michael statue. And I have a lot to be grateful for. I gave thanks for my friends, my family, my faith, and also especially for my Elvis music that guides me and helps me and keeps me close to him. I was giving thanks for all the artists I grew up with, Olivia Newton-John, Andy Gibb, all the memories I have of so many different artists. The music has helped me, and it's been a big part of my human rights journey. Also, with the One campaign, we have our new CEO in position, and it's a woman. So that's nice, and she's an African lady from Nigeria. So I'm grateful for so many things that have come into my life, and also endings, moving on to different jobs, moving on to different things, new opportunities to volunteer and to help. I did miss Justin Trudeau and Bono at our event that we had in Toronto, because they were there when we had our launch, when One in Canada launched in Montreal when we went, and it was nice. But it was nice to meet our Minister Ahmed and to also spend time with the whole team. We were together for the first time and just enjoying the weather, the summer. Unfortunately, the job situation never seems to change for me. I'm either put into low-wage jobs or sporadic work or minimum wage. And when I do get an increase, it's 25 cents or 50 cents. And it's just not just me. It's millions of us that are going through this. It's laughable. They expect you to be more than thankful for that 50 cents increase. So it's ridiculous. So I'm continuing to apply for jobs and hoping this year is going to be a better year for me financially. I'm very thankful to our police, our firemen, all the essential workers like me, because I'm classified as an essential worker with the work that I do in customer service, that, our lives are protected and that we look after each other. So I hope it's a better year for Canada. There's a lot of unemployment. There's a lot of us who have done the work, put in the effort, we're honest, and we're watching all the corrupt get promoted. We're watching those who come to work drunk, retained on the job. We're watching those who take their phones onto the floor in production get retained. And people are giving us final warnings for raising our voices to people who are rude to us. So, that's the Canada we're living in now. I was very disgusted with everything that happened with regard to that, and also with regard to the banks, because, it's ridiculous what's happening to our banks. But God works through everything. I mean, now God has closed Credit Suisse thanks to the journalists exposing the corruption and the murders, and the Catholic Church was involved in that. They have more than enough money. Well, people like us, you don't even have the money to put your food on the table and meet the basics. So, Pope Francis always talks about a poor church, a church for the poor. But, the way the church is going here, I don't know. We'll see what happens. A lot of the Jesuits were exposed for sexual abuse. So the names were published for that. Then all the slave trade and their involvement with that was published. So I guess we all have to be careful and watch out for our own lives. And I'm thankful for my life and for what God has given me, all the opportunities that I have. And I usually spend Thanksgiving on my own. I get together with friends the day before or, sometime before to celebrate with them. And I'm quite used to it now. It gives me time to wind down and watch a movie, do some things that I like to do on my own. And I like being at home. I don't like traveling and going to people's places. And I also don't like having people over, because when you're on your own, you have to do everything. So there's nobody to help. But occasionally I do have people over, I invite people over. But mainly I go out. I'll go to a restaurant with friends, or I'll go to a coffee shop, just because it makes things easier. And yeah, that's what I do. And on minimum wage or on less than minimum wage, it's not very often that I do that. But once in a while I do, especially now with Klarna. I use the pay-in-4 to do things that I want to do and that I like to do, because the reality is I've been living off my overdraft for the last 10 years since I sold my place. When I sold my place, I had to pay back all my debt. I still have student debt to pay because I study on my own. I still have debt to pay from credit cards. I'm thankful I paid off one of my credit cards, so that's a good thing. 2 of them, actually. I managed to pay down 2 credit cards, so that's a good thing. And I'm just hoping and praying this year things are going to open up for a good paid job for me, whether it's in England or somewhere else. I don't speak French, so there's no point applying for bilingual roles. I did see some opportunities with the one campaign, but I don't speak French, so there's no point applying here. Maybe in England or somewhere else. And it was nice to go to church today. I'm thankful for the Eucharist. And in our Mass, we do say thank you to God every day. That's part of the Mass, is thanking God and praising Him. We had a lot more of that in the old Mass. There was a lot more praise. There was a lot more thanks. There was a lot less focus on our sins and our grave sins and things being our fault. It was a different Mass. But anyway, I guess it suits the times that we're living in. And yeah, it's a good thing to have my health, to be able to walk without being in pain, to be able to move. And I'm pre-recording this and I'm going to upload it because Facebook is down right now, so I can't do it live. But I hope everybody takes some time to give thanks to God and to reflect on blessings. And I know a lot of people have it much harder than me, especially with these floods and everything that we've had in Canada and in the US, the droughts in the global south. So I have a lot to be grateful for. And also the opportunities I've had to be present at that event that we had for one with Afritech and to meet our new CEO. It's amazing for me to be selected and invited and to have the opportunity to be there with the ministers and to be with, the whole team, the one team, also to meet new people. And just the walks I've had, the opportunities to see the eagles in our area, the hawks, the wildlife. I enjoy all that. To me, those are all blessings. And living where I am, having the grocery store nearby, I can make 3 or 4 trips or even 5 trips if I need to, because I don't have a car, but everything's close by. The subway's close by. I don't have to pay for a gym membership. I don't have to travel miles and miles to use a swimming pool. So all of those things are a blessing for me. And I'm thankful to God. Hopefully I'll get good news and one of my applications will work out. And I don't mind working in the banks, but they also have to respect me because, what happened at TD was completely avoidable. And when I speak up and when I tell people things are wrong, it doesn't matter where I am. Whichever company it is, instead of listening to me, people take it out on me. And it's been like that. Even when I was a little girl, people take things out on me and it's not right. It's like you're like the lamb to the slaughter. That seems to be the way people treat us when we're Christians. And that's not the purpose of our Christianity. We also want to be treated with respect. We also want to be treated with the accommodations that we need for our health. Jesus made the sacrifice. sometimes you don't have a choice with how people treat you and what they do to you. And I'm tired of it. I'm glad that I got that email apology from the Human Rights Commission for how Credit Suisse treated me when I worked at HSBC, because I had a real case and a very complex case. So I'm worthy of a good job just like everybody else, and I've earned it. I've been volunteering reading in the church for more than 5 years, and I helped at the Eucharist, I helped with the children's liturgy. I've done a lot in the church. So who knows where the next opportunity is going to come from. But we also have to hold our church accountable, because it is by no means innocent. And when the Pope said that the smoke of Satan has entered the church, that was said for a reason. Because the older priests know. They know that Satanism entered the church. They know that child abuse entered the church. They know all those things. So I also watch myself when I go in the church. They always criticize, they always pick on me and say, oh yeah, some people, they come in the church, they genuflect and all that, and when they go out, they don't live good lives. Well, buddy, you know what? What do you do? Why don't you talk about what you do instead of focusing on me and what I do? If I want to genuflect in the church, what's it got to do with you? So anyway, I just go to the church to receive the Eucharist, enjoy the Mass. I take what good I can from it, and then I leave. And I'm not a priest. I haven't taken vows of celibacy or anything like that. I'm just an ordinary person living my life, and I try to help others where I can, and I do my best. And to me, this job loss was a tremendous loss, because it was my only source of income. Like everybody else, I've been trying to build three sources of income, but I don't have that yet. So I'm focusing on my John Maxwell. I'm focusing on reaching out to people, doing everything I can. And it's hard. It's very hard, especially when you're doing it on your own and you've got nobody else that you can rely on. It's not easy. So anyway, I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. I'll be uploading this video to YouTube and then to Facebook. And enjoy your time, the time with family, with friends, if you're getting together with them, with whatever you're doing. For me, I'm enjoying this quiet space and this time to just be at home today. I love being at home on my holidays, and I love enjoying my space.